Hello, and welcome to this tutorial where you will learn how to configure a Barracuda VX Next Generation Firewall. With the growing trend towards virtualization, cloud migration, and increased use of software as a service, it is imperative to have a next generation firewall capable of protecting the enterprise network from unauthenticated connections. One of the most recommended options are the next generation virtual firewalls from Barracuda Networks. In terms of security, they allow the dynamic analysis of malicious programs, denial of service protection, URL filtering, while acting as an antivirus. They are also capable of detecting anomalies in data packets and offering support against fragmentation. Here's how to configure a Barracuda VX Next Generation Firewall. Let's start. After installing the firewall software, the first thing to do is to open our ng-admin client for administration. Once opened, we provide our default management credentials, username root, and password ngf1r3wall. Then we continue. Once inside, the environment is just like the one seen on the screen. Now we must configure the interfaces and routes within configuration and then within network. It is important to always push the lock button to make changes. Then in configuration mode, select Switch to Advanced. Once this is done, we will be able to configure, add interfaces, and routes that will serve as references when configuring the rules in our firewall. First, configure the network interface cards and select NetW02. This refers to a network card which may have one or more physical interfaces. Then we go to the physical interface and mark ETH2. That refers to a physical interface contained in a network card. In our case, each network card has only one interface. Then proceed to configure the IP addresses of the physical interfaces and do this by marking the IP configuration option. The device name is by default, but we can also change it. Once we are in this screen, we will be able to assign each interface an IP address. When we select on interface name, we can see the ETH1 option already has its assigned IP. Then in the same interface name box, we can change to the option ETH2 to verify if it has assigned an IP address. Later we will be able to configure the rules and then to create or modify objects that will be used in the creation of said rules. For this we go to Firewall and then to Forwarding Rules. After this step, the following window appears. Here we go to the Include Entries section that appears with a plus sign to the right. In this same window, we can select the Port-P2 option, which will be used to associate it with our LAN. Now this window will appear where we will have to click on the option 192.168.90.0/24 port 2 and then OK. The following window will then be displayed. We then click OK. After configuring the objects, we will create a general rule to allow HTTP traffic to the internet and deny the rest. This way we prevent unwanted internet traffic from entering our network. The first is to go to Configuration. Then we will click on the plus sign to add a rule. This we name HTTP traffic, originated in our LAN and output to the internet by the WAN interface, which is referenced by the route table. The output traffic will also be translated to the IP address of the output interface, in this case our WAN interface. To establish the quality of service policy applied to our traffic, we must go back to Configuration and then to Traffic Shaping as it appears on the screen. Then the following window will appear, where we will have to select the quality of the profile in QoS profile. Then double click on the profile that we want. In this case, we select root class 3. Now this window appears where one of these policies is edited. Here we could limit the bandwidth of this traffic, then click OK. Finally, the row appears as shown on the screen. In this way, our company is protected from traffic from the internet, and we allow our users to navigate. Always remember that Globenet International works for you so that your business can take successful steps in the world of cyber communications. If this was useful, please let us know how you like it or leave us a comment. Until next time.